to my YouTube channel, and if you are new to this channel, thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Oni, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about master's degree in the UK. If you are new to this channel, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe, and also turn on your notification button so you can know every single time I post a video and you don't miss anything. So let's just get straight into the video. Okay, first of all, for those that are new here, I was a postgraduate student at the University of Salford. So thank God I've passed through that stage, and I want to share some of my experience with you and things I feel like are the pros and things I feel like are the cons of studying a master's degree. And this video will be very useful to people that are still contemplating whether they should study in the UK or in anywhere else. So let's just get right into it. A master's degree is a level 7 qualification that is above bachelor's and below PhD. This study is usually intense and involves you completing a series of modules as well as writing a dissertation. A lot of people find it hard to pick a course for their master's, and I'm just going to briefly tell you why I chose digital marketing. I studied mass communication, and during my internship I did a bit of digital marketing, and then that's why I really got interest. When I was done with school, I came out, I went to digital marketing school to get like qualifications and just basically to know everything about digital marketing. By the time I was done with that, I started working in an agency, and for me, the idea of doing my master's was really exciting. So I actually wanted to do DMI. DMI is Digital Marketing Institute, and we have like a lot of qualification and certification exams. And then I realized that some of the schools in UK are certified by DMI. So me doing DMI exams, I could also do my master's degree, and it was also certified by DMI. So I'm like, what's the point? I wanna just go for my master's degree. So when choosing a master's degree, you need to check for your certification as well as the job rates, as well as how it's going to benefit you in the long run. You don't want to start your master's degree for the wrong reason, because it's if you want to succeed in the area, it really requires a lot of determination and also hard work. So you want to actually be interested in the course that you are doing. Let's just get into the pros of doing a master's degree. What is the benefit of doing a master's degree? It's a 1-year program. A lot of masters in the UK is 1 year. I was like, wow. So back then when I was checking for schools, in Canada I was seeing 2 years, US I was seeing 2 years, and I'm like, wow, that's a long time. I just wanted to do it and get it over with. So also, aside from the fact that my course was not in Canada, the course I really wanted to do was not in Canada. So I saw that it's in the UK and it's 1 year. Studying in the UK is a great way to get your master's degree, because when you start in September, you finish in September. It's really fast and you can get it done quickly and just get your life started. Because when you're doing your master's degree, you're not working full time, and you know the money you're supposed to be earning when you're working full time, you're studying. So it's something that you can do really fast and then just get into what you want to do afterwards. So the next point is that you have fewer classes and enough time to study. This would differ in your university or the course you're studying. For me, I had classes like 2-3 times in a week, 2 hours classes. I think that was really good. My timetable was not bogus, and sometimes I was spending like the whole day in the library as well as doing my part-time job. So it was really spacious, and you could do whatever you want to do, and you could also study. Next point is facilities and access to like experts. When you're studying your master's degree, you have access to all facilities that you need for your course, depending on your university, and you also get to learn from your professors who are really experienced and good in the field. My professor was really nice, and I also learned a lot from him. And you know, he did PhD. Yeah, and you know, just hearing experience, and it was even the one that even advised me that I should do internship, and also the benefit of doing internship in this country. You have access to these brilliant people as well as your library. I would spend a whole day in the library. Library was like my safe space because I couldn't even read at home, so I would go to the library, as well as there were like, you know, books for you to read, books for you to learn from, and you also have other people in your class that are also experienced that you can also learn from and grow together. So the next point is that you have variety of courses to pick from in the UK. there are a lot of courses that you can pick from. And one great point about doing your master's is that even if you studied mass communication in your bachelor's and you want to do something entirely different in your master's, you have the opportunity to do that, and you can pick any course that you want, any course that you're interested in and you want to learn so much about, and just a course that will benefit you. So you have a variety of courses to pick from. So another point is that you have the chance to work while you study. Because you have fewer classes in your master's, this would enable you to work and take part-time jobs, so you can also support yourself while you're studying, and also just be comfortable basically. For bachelors, I know they're always having classes like every week, so sometimes it's really hard to get a job while you're studying because you have like a lot of work that you're doing. And manage your time well, then you can also utilize the remaining time that you have to work and also to study. A very important point I should have mentioned earlier is that having a master's degree from the UK is internationally recognized, and this can help you to improve your CV and basically to stand out from other candidates in your field. And it's recognized as experience, as knowledge, and you can use it to get a good job and work in really nice places. Also, if you want to relocate to another country, it can also help you, but you need to check that where you're relocating to, your certification is recognized in that country. So I think that's like the most important point basically. Next point is placement. This really got me excited, just because for placement you get to do internships. So after doing all your coursework, studying, you get to put everything you've learned into practice, and to me that's a good deal. So it's not all courses that offers placement, but I was so lucky and I was really happy that my course offered placement. Getting into the UK workspace early would enable you to have other opportunities in the UK, because now you've worked in the UK and you have that in your CV. Point that it prepares you for a PhD. I know that when I was doing my research for PhD one time, they would ask you like for your dissertation, and doing dissertation in school would also help you if you want to go for your PhD. It shows that you know how to carry out your research, and they want to see like your work that you did in your master. And some universities you will need your masters to go ahead with your PhD. So if you want to be a professor or a doctor, this is a really good opportunity, and the fact that it's even 1 year, it means you have time to quickly go into your PhD if you want to, which is really exciting. Last point I'm going to mention is that you also get to develop personally. Like coming to the UK and when I was living in Nigeria, some skills that I didn't even know I had personally, like I was exhibiting them during my study. Especially the fact that I could study really well, I could read very well. When I was back in my bachelor's, I didn't even like reading, and I just didn't like to sit down and read. But coming here, I realized that I could actually read a lot and I would remember, and I just wanted to do very well in my course. So that push would develop you personally. If you allow yourself, like you'll be living as a better person than when you entered, not even talking about your qualification or anything, just yourself. And personally, I developed so much that I'm really, really proud of myself for taking this path that I took. So now that we're done with the pros, let's move to the cons. The first is the cost of studying in the UK is pretty high. For me, my fees was £14,000 and I got 2,500 scholarship. And you need to check with your school if you have access to scholarship, and sometimes you are really lucky, you can get 50% off your tuition, so you have access to a lot of scholarships, but you need to apply for them and get them. You have to look for the right schools that offer this type of scholarships. And I paid 2,500 deposit, but in total my parents paid £14,000. You also need to sort out like your accommodation and your living costs, transport, and feeding. We need a sponsor, which can be like your parents or family, and someone that can actually sponsor you. And then when you come here, you can take part-time jobs. Exchange rate in Nigeria to UK is high. I think the last time I checked, pounds was 780, and your parents sending you money can also be expensive. And then for my accommodation, I stayed on campus because I didn't even know anybody first of all in this area, and my dad wanted me to stay on campus so that I could get to know the area and I could leave later on. So I paid for 1 year in my accommodation, and I think the total my parents paid was 5,000 plus. So I paid it twice. I paid 3,000 and I paid 2,000 at the end of my stay, at the end of 6 months, sorry. But I was so lucky. I think my parents paid 4,000 in total, because during that time it was COVID, and then the school provided like COVID relief support to students, and they gave everybody 1,000 of their accommodation. So if you're staying in private accommodation, you apply for it, and if you're staying in like the school accommodation, they remove it from how much you're supposed to pay. So my parents paid 4,000 for accommodation. The thing you will need to do is to check for benefits, check for student benefits, support from your school. There's also a place in my school website that if you're having financial problems, they can help you with it, based on your circumstances. So we need to also check for that so you can have access to that. But overall, it might be quite expensive. Next is accommodation. In this place, accommodation is sometimes focused for bachelor's students, people that are just coming to the university for the first time. Now for my school, there's a whole campus for bachelor students, and there's another campus for postgraduate students, and it's not even much, like it gets sold out really fast. So they have to put those people first, and you might have to look for accommodation privately or outside the school, and which can be stressful sometimes if you don't have anybody that you're staying with. For me, I even got my place because I applied a year before a year before I came to the UK. So I already kept my spots that, okay, yeah, I'm going to stay in student accommodation. I knew that once I come to the UK, I don't want to stress myself. I want to just have my accommodation there. So you have to apply early to student accommodation, and it's very limited for master's degree students. So still talking about accommodation, I'm going to introduce you all to Amber Student, which I feel like it's a perfect solution to accommodation issues when you're coming to the UK. Amber Student is a platform that enables students to book accommodation near their universities. So if you know you still want to be close to your university and you don't want to pay a lot for transport, then this is the right solution for you. Amber is one of the largest student accommodation provider, and they operate in 100+ cities in Europe, Australia, and United States. As a student, you have the opportunity to pick from a wide range of rooms depending on your preference. If it's sharing accommodation or studio accommodation, and you have like a lot of options to pick from. They also support you every step of the way, and you can book a live viewing from anywhere you are. If you are coming to UK, for instance, and you want to see what your accommodation looks like, you can book a live viewing from them. And they have like lots of rooms. These are samples right here you can pick from. Amber Student also provides exclusive offers, as well as you have access to their student benefit programs. When it comes to picking you up from the airport, providing guarantor services for you, as well as student jobs and internships, bank accounts, your SIM cards, everything you need to settle down, they would provide that for you. Then living with other students, other new students, you also get to make friends and people that are going to your universities, and just settle down properly. So if this is something that interests you, you can make inquiries through my link, which is going to be in the description box, and you can use this to find your next student home. My next point is independent study and social life. A lot of people are really good at balancing their social life and study life, but for me, I didn't really have a social life. I didn't even really make a lot of friends because first of all, if I'm not in my room, I'm going to the library or I'm going to work. So that was like my routine for me. And a lot of people would still do what they want to do and they will still be on point in class and everything. But for me, I was always stressed. If I go to the library throughout the day, I'm tired, I want to just go to sleep. So there's not really enough time to make friends because you have fewer classes as well as fewer workshops. For us that are like introverts, it might take some time to make friends, and you also need to do a lot of independent study. At the end of all of my class documents, we had like textbooks and links that we need to read to expand our knowledge, teach us more about the course. And so if you are someone that you like to be told what to do every single time, you need to do that on your own. You need to improve your skills, your writing skills by yourself. They won't teach you how to write, they can only pull you through, but they won't like teach you in depth. You need to do all that by yourself. The next point that I didn't really like is that your grade is based on assignment, like just one assignment. So I had 4 modules. 3 of my modules, my assignments were divided into 2, and so it's 50-50, and that's how you get your mark for your grade. For the last module, it was not divided, so it was 100%. And to me, like, putting all of your grade in one assignment could be really scary, and the pressure could be, you have to put like your best, because if you fail, you fail. But having 2 assignments for one module at least is good, because if you don't pass one, you pass the other one. But sometimes, depending on your course and your university, you might just have your whole grade in one assignment. The next point is the load of information. Because master's degree is 1 year in the UK, you would have to study a lot in just 1 year, which could be a lot of information. Say I used 9 months for studying, and the last 3 months was for dissertation or internship. Next is distance. Obviously, coming to another country to do your master's degree, you're far away from your family, and you miss your family a lot. And in case of emergencies, it's not just a place that you can just run back home just like that. You might need to book tickets. It could be expensive, and yeah, you might not even want to go home just to save costs. That's it for me, guys. Remember, everything I said today is my personal opinion, and this is something that I've also gone through. So if you have any question at all, please drop it in the comment section, and you can also reach out to me on my Instagram page, Oinio. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.